For decades, we've been told OCD is a brain disorder, a wiring problem creating relentless loops of intrusive thoughts and compulsions. The idea is simple. Something in the brain misfires, and that's what causes the distressing symptoms people with OCD experience. This explanation has helped many people understand their struggles, and it's shaped the way doctors and therapists approach treatment. This brain-based view has shaped treatments and provided comfort. But what if it's only part of the story? What if the roots of OCD run deeper, involving more than just the brain's circuitry? Could there be other factors at play that we've overlooked? Imagine the brain as a puppet, with its strings pulled by hidden forces elsewhere in the body. These forces might be subtle, but their impact could be profound, influencing thoughts and behaviors in ways we're only beginning to understand. Scientists are now exploring connections between OCD, the immune system, gut bacteria, and even common infections. Research suggests that inflammation, immune responses, and the trillions of microbes living in our gut might all play a role in shaping mental health, including OCD. This doesn't dismiss the brain's role, but suggests it might be reacting to problems that start elsewhere. The brain could be responding to signals from the immune system or changes in the gut, rather than being the sole source of the problem. The new perspective opens up possibilities. Maybe the key to relief isn't just in brain-focused therapies, but in calming the immune system or rebalancing the gut. Treatments could one day include probiotics, anti-inflammatory medications, or therapies that target the body as a whole. This is the frontier of modern research, offering hope to those who haven't found answers in traditional treatments. Scientists are working to unravel these complex connections, and every discovery brings us closer to new solutions. So let's explore how our understanding of OCD is evolving, beyond the brain into the body. The journey to understanding OCD is far from over, and the next breakthrough could change everything we know about this condition. The story is changing, and with it, the promise of new hope. For those living with OCD, this shift could mean a future where more effective, personalized treatments are finally within reach. Traditionally, OCD has been seen as a problem within the brain. Brain scans reveal unusual activity in regions like the basal ganglia and orbitofrontal cortex, areas involved in habits, movement, and decision-making. The main theory, a communication loop between these regions, gets stuck, creating a cycle of obsessions and compulsions. This model explained why OCD feels so involuntary and led to effective treatments like exposure and response prevention therapy and SSRIs. For many, this brain-centric approach has been life-changing, providing a clear explanation and practical relief. It demystified OCD, making it a medical condition rather than a personal failing. But as research advanced, cracks appeared in this model. Not everyone responds to brain-focused treatments, and the theory doesn't explain sudden, dramatic onsets. The classic view laid the groundwork, but it's only part of the picture. Now we're looking for answers beyond the brain. The brain circuit theory has helped many, but it doesn't work for everyone. Up to 60% of people with OCD don't respond well to standard therapies. If OCD were just a faulty brain circuit, fixing it should help everyone. But it doesn't. This suggests something outside the brain might be triggering the problem. The sudden onset of OCD, especially in children, hints at an external trigger, like an infection or immune response. Researchers are now asking, could the brain be reacting to signals from the immune system or gut bacteria? By acknowledging the limits of the brain-only view, we open the door to new research connecting mental and physical health. The quest to understand OCD is expanding far beyond the skull. The brain isn't as isolated as we once thought. It's in constant conversation with the immune system. This ongoing dialogue shapes not just our physical health, but also our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Scientists now know that the immune system can send powerful chemical messages directly to the brain, influencing how we feel on a daily basis. When you're sick, your immune system releases cytokines that change how you feel and think, causing fatigue, anxiety, and brain fog. These symptoms aren't just side effects, they're part of a coordinated response designed to help you heal. The brain interprets these immune signals, prompting you to slow down, rest, and conserve energy. This sickness behavior is the immune system's way of making you rest and recover. It's a protective mechanism, ensuring your body has the resources it needs to fight off infection. Even your mood and motivation can shift, nudging you to prioritize recovery over daily tasks. But what if the immune system goes haywire? sending disruptive signals to the brain even when there's no real threat. Sometimes, the immune system can become overactive or confused, leading to chronic inflammation that affects the brain's delicate balance. This chronic low-grade neuroinflammation could drive the anxiety and intrusive thoughts of OCD. Researchers are discovering that ongoing inflammation may alter brain circuits, making symptoms more persistent and harder to treat. The gut also plays a role. Trillions of bacteria in your microbiome help regulate immunity. These microbes produce chemicals that communicate with both the immune system and the brain, shaping your mental and physical well-being. If the gut's balance is disrupted, it can trigger inflammation throughout the body, including the brain. This can lead to changes in mood, cognition, and even behavior, highlighting how important gut health is for mental wellness. The idea that gut health could influence mental health is now a serious field of study. Experts are exploring how diet, probiotics, and lifestyle changes might help manage conditions like OCD by restoring balance to the gut and immune system. The immune system, gut, and brain are deeply connected, forming a complex network that shapes our thoughts, feelings, and overall health. Understanding these links could transform how we treat OCD, opening the door to new therapies that target not just the mind but the body as well. The most dramatic example of the immune system's role in OCD is PANDAS, pediatric autoimmune neuropsychiatric disorders associated with streptococcal infections. In PANDAS, a child suddenly develops severe OCD or tics after a strep infection. The immune system, while fighting the bacteria, mistakenly attacks the brain's basal ganglia. This triggers intense inflammation and abrupt OCD symptoms, sometimes overnight. Treating the infection with antibiotics can sometimes reverse the symptoms. PANDAS and related conditions like PANS prove that infections and immune responses can directly cause OCD symptoms. This challenges the idea that OCD is always psychiatric in origin. It opens new avenues for diagnosis and treatment. The body's immune response can shape the mind in powerful ways. PANDAS is dramatic, but what about adult OCD? Research shows many adults with OCD have chronic, low-level inflammation, elevated markers like C-reactive protein and inflammatory cytokines. This persistent immune activation may disrupt brain circuits, fueling anxiety and compulsions. OCD often co-occurs with other inflammatory or autoimmune conditions, suggesting a shared vulnerability. The good news: inflammation is modifiable. Lifestyle factors, chronic stress, poor sleep, unhealthy diet, lack of exercise can worsen inflammation. Conversely, anti-inflammatory diets, regular exercise, mindfulness, and good sleep can help calm the body and mind. These lifestyle changes aren't just extras, they could be central to managing OCD. A holistic approach targets both brain and body. The future of OCD treatment may be as much about reducing inflammation as rewiring thoughts. Shifting from a brain-only model to a whole-body perspective is revolutionizing OCD treatment. For decades, mental health was seen as separate from the rest of the body, but new science is revealing just how deeply connected our minds and bodies truly are. If inflammation, immune dysfunction, or gut imbalances play a role, targeting these systems could bring real relief. Researchers are now exploring how the immune system and gut bacteria might influence obsessive thoughts and compulsive behaviors. Imagine a future where OCD care is personalized, blood tests for inflammation, gut microbiome analysis, and tailored treatment plans. Doctors could use this information to create therapies that address each patient's unique biology, not just their symptoms. Therapy and medication might be combined with anti-inflammatory drugs, probiotics, or dietary changes. These new tools could work alongside traditional treatments, offering a more complete path to recovery. This integrated approach heals the mind by first healing the body. It recognizes that mental health is influenced by everything from our immune system to the food we eat. Patients gain agency. Lifestyle choices like diet, exercise, and stress management become powerful tools for mental health. Small daily habits can make a big difference in how we feel and function. Simple changes, more omega-3s, meditation, better sleep, can directly support brain health. These steps, once thought secondary, are now seen as essential parts of recovery. We're still learning, but the path forward is promising. Each discovery brings us closer to treatments that address the whole person, not just the mind in isolation. The future of OCD care breaks down the wall between mental and physical health. It's a new era where collaboration between doctors, patients, and researchers leads to better outcomes. For millions with OCD, this new view offers hope, new strategies, and a new chapter in healing. It's a shift that empowers people to take charge of their own well-being. The brain is not an island. Understanding its connections brings new hope. By healing the body, we open new doors to healing the mind, and to a brighter future for all.